I have goals, huge goals, life goals that I want to hit. Let me talk about 2 goals that I have, and then we'll go into what goals you guys have. And of course, the only reason you came to this video is because of an Ethereum price prediction. And I know you want to make money, so yes, we'll be talking about an Ethereum price prediction. Something big is coming up. Something massive is coming up. But first, let's visualize our future. First one, I want at least a $5 million home on the water. What I'm looking to do, and I don't know, you guys tell me if I'm crazy. I don't want a Bugatti, okay? I don't need a Bugatti, okay? You can't even fit luggage in a Bugatti. It's super small, high maintenance. I don't even care, okay? What I want is a $5 million home with a dock, okay? You know what I'm talking about. It has a dock where I can pull my boat up, and then I wanna sit there all day and make videos and work on cryptocurrency, education, and build my businesses literally from the comfort of the water, all right? That's what I wanna do. I wanna drive my boat to a sandbar, all right? I wanna drive my boat to a sandbar and pull out my laptop and work on making these videos for you guys. So in the next year or so, you guys are gonna catch me on a sandbar with my YouTube channel, but that is my goal. I want a big home, a really nice mansion with a yacht, okay? I want a yacht. That's my goals. I don't know about you guys. Let's set some goals. Let's take 2 seconds. Leave a comment below. What is your goal for the next year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years? What are your goals? What do you want to accomplish in your life? What are you trying to do? Do you want to make $1 million? Do you want to retire your parents? Do you want to retire yourself? Do you want to become financially independent? Do you want to travel the world and be able to do whatever you want? Do you want to get a Bugatti or a Lamborghini or even just a little Tesla like I have? What do you guys want to do? Leave a comment below, because I'm going to tell you right now, not only will I do everything in my power to get to my goals, but I'm also going to do everything in my power to try and show you how you can get to your goals. That's what we're doing from now on. So I'm going to jump into the market, and obviously predicting the market will get us to our goals. It's going to be very lucrative if we could do the right thing. I want to show you guys a different perspective. Now, I'm not talking about the mainstream narrative perspective that you're losing money on, that most people are losing money on. I'm talking about accuracy. Accuracy. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Accuracy. I want to accurately predict the market so I can make a massive trade. I'm doing a swing trade relatively soon. I'm not going to give the exact details because there's market makers that watch my video and literally wait for me to make a move so they can counter trade it and get me liquidated. So I'm not going to give you guys the exact price points. If you want that, Fundamental Secrets 2.0 is coming out. That link is in the pinned comment below. Also, 2 other things I want to show you guys. If you could participate in these 2 polls, it would be amazing. Got some big videos coming up, and I'm trying to gather some data on what you guys want me to talk about. First one, what's more important to you, cash flow or investing? Also follow me on Twitter. I make more frequent updates on Twitter, so follow me there. Cash flow or investing, which one's more important? You would think, being that we're in a cryptocurrency audience, you know, investing would be more popular, but clearly cash flow is more popular because that's what everybody's lacking right now. Second thing, does money buy you happiness? These polls are in the pinned comment below. Also, follow me on Twitter. Does money buy you happiness, right? Maybe it doesn't buy you happiness, but what it could do is allow you to achieve goals. That's what it does. It allows you to do the thing you want to do. Look, the money itself not going to make me happy, but I'm not going to be mad on a boat, on a yacht. I'm not going to be upset on a yacht, right? Because what I did is I set this path, I executed, and made it happen. I'm sure you wouldn't either. I'm sure you would not be mad stepping out of your Bugatti, right? You're not going to be mad. I'm pretty confident of that. But let's jump into the content at hand. The first thing I want to talk about is the S&P 500. Now, we're kind of making this downward trend. Now, recently, we've been getting this kind of breakout here, as you can clearly see, a breakout to the upside. And look, this screams manipulation. I'm talking about corporate buybacks. They're doing everything in their power to manipulate the market. We have inflation actually dropped a little bit to 8.5%, which is supposed to be, I guess, kind of good. So it looks like they're stopping inflation, right? And everybody's trying to predict that, hey, we're going to flip to dovish Fed policy. We're going to flip to dovish Fed policy. We're going to flip to dovish Fed policy. But it's not the case. We're going to stay hawkish. And here's one of the biggest reasons why we're staying hawkish: the inverted yield curve. All right, before we get into this, there's some context here that you have to understand. First thing you have to understand is a bond and a U.S. Treasury. The U.S. Treasury was first established by Congress in 1789. The Treasury does a lot of things, but for the context of this video, the Treasury's job is to raise money for government expenses and pay the nation's bills. The Treasury usually raises money in one of two ways. The first way is what you probably already know of, taxes, and the second way is through bonds. In the investing world, bonds issued by the U.S. Treasury are referred to as treasuries. So let's start with the basics. Treasuries are a loan investment, which means you, the investor, can loan money to the US government for a set period of time for an exchanged defined rate of return known as yield. So you can loan your money to the government to get a yield of, let's say, for example, 2% a year, and then you get the money back. So basically, it's an IOU to the government. The length of time on the loan investment is known as the maturity. So once the investor issues the treasury bond to the government, they receive regular payments until the bond matures. At maturity, the government pays back the full amount. Treasuries are classified into three different types based on their year of maturity. Bills have a maturity of less than a year. Notes have a maturity of 1 to 10 years. And bonds have a maturity greater than 10 years. And typically how it works, the longer the maturity date, the higher the yield. And this is where the inverted yield curve comes into play. An inverted yield curve is very weird. It basically means that a short-term US Treasury is paying a higher interest rate than a long-term US Treasury. Think about it. If you gave your friend $10 and said, hey, you could pay me back in 10 years, you're gonna want more money because that's a 10-year time frame in which you're gonna get your loan back. But if you give your friend $10 and you ask him to pay you back in 2 years, then he shouldn't have to pay you as much because it's a smaller time period. So what we're experiencing now is just extremely weird and not normal at all. This is the 10-year Treasury minus the 2-year Treasury. This is one of the biggest indicators, okay, for a recession that we have ever had. And you can clearly see the gray spots mark the recessions. So every single time we got below this line, which signifies zero, okay, this line signifies zero, the yield curve inverted, signaling that a massive recession was going to happen. You can see that we're aggressively going below it. And the last one we saw was at the end of 2007. So we have this 2007 we broke through, and then 2008 is when we had, of course, the massive housing market crash and all of these things happening. So look, broaden your time horizon. Stop thinking so short term. Just because we get a 10% bump doesn't mean the entire economy is back and everything's back in action. All risk on assets are just going to explode and everything's going to work now because we have this slight movement, right? Be careful of what you're saying. Here's another chart of them stacked, and you can clearly see this is the S&P 500, and you can see the red lines are signaling the yield curve. Every time we got below, we had a massive fall. Every single time. It just happens a little bit later. So have some patience. We will get that massive dip. Don't get ahead of yourself. This is how you get liquidated. If we come over here, I do want to show you a little bit about Bitcoin, of what I'm predicting here from a technical analysis perspective. So there's a couple of things that I want to look at. Two really quickly is going to be a falling wedge, massive clear as day falling wedge. Okay, it's harder for them to manipulate on longer time frames. Like when you're looking at the weekly and monthly, they can't manipulate it as bad as they could the hourly or daily or even 4 hour, whatever the case is. And we're looking at the irregular or expanded flat. So if we look at Bitcoin's price again, look, this is clearly signifying a falling wedge. Okay, it's pretty exaggerated too. So although it says we're going to break out, right? We're probably going to break out in this wedge. You can clearly see that we've only had 1 point of contact, right? 2 points of contact at the bottom and 1 point of contact, 2 points of contact at the top. We need approximately 3. Okay, as you can clearly see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 3 at the top, 3 at the bottom. This is a psychological number. I like, especially on longer time frames, I'm looking for 3+. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. It could be more than 3, but it's definitely not going to be 2. So we broke up here, and this is just to give a little bit of context from my last video. We broke up to the upside, right? This zone here is going to be my shorting zone. Okay, so again, I am not giving specifics. They will manipulate this channel. Okay, I promise you, it happens all over. They are looking out for me. Okay, so I want to be very clear with you guys. I'm going to leave the official buy calls or sell calls to FS from here on forward, all right? I'll give you the zones, right? I'm giving you the shorting zone. So I'm going to lead you to the path. I could take you to the water, but I can't help you drink. You must make your own trades. I cannot let them take advantage of me anymore. So again, this is the zone in which I'm going to short, right? Now, if we bring it to the Elliott's wave theory, all right, we bring it over here, you could clearly see we have an A, B, C, all right? And we bring it back up to Bitcoin, okay? A, B, C. So I'm calling for, okay, this irregular or expanded flat. Now, if you look at it specifically, I want you to take a deeper look. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now notice that right here we have it increasing. It's increasing. Here it's increasing, right? So if we're looking at Bitcoin, we have increasing, right? You see it's going higher and it's a big structure. Increasing, big structure. I do not qualify this as being 3 and 4 because it's going sideways and it's not that big. This is manipulation. So you see it's increasing, right? So that we're going to see a break to the downside to C or 5. A, B, C, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Put in your short. 5. Now, the reason why I'm shorting and I'm not spot buying is because the trend is down. Look at Bitcoin's price. It is going down. Bitcoin's price is going down. The trend is down. The halving event is not anytime soon. It's happening in 2024. So the time period is just way too long for it to be bullish. I'm looking for the end of the year, beginning of next year, for me to start spot buying in this load up zone here, which I want to bring your attention to. This is where you DCA. I know they're telling you to DCA now, but they have ulterior motives. They want exit liquidity. So be very careful who you listen to. But if you're coming over here, they're trying to push this narrative up. It's pretty obvious what they are doing. So another thing to point out, 2017 all-time high, we see a big red line here. And the reason I'm showing you that is because we broke through. There's definitely some insecurity here, okay? We broke through and then the market makers brought it back up. The market makers brought that thing right back up, right? So the point is, market makers will always try to go in one direction and then invalidate it to the next. So if this was bullish, then they would be bringing it down on a short-term time frame. They'd be bringing it down and then boom, they'll skyrocket it back up to get the liquidations. But right now they're building it up. They're building it up on a short-term time frame to get some last exit liquidity right here. They're going to get out here and they're going to destroy the market there. That's what's likely going to happen. They could even run it up one more time past this line, right? And then break it back down too, just to look, guys, the manipulation's crazy out here for a fact. I mean, the whole entire market, that's how markets work. Markets work essentially, you have market makers manipulating everybody else to try to extract as much liquidity as they possibly can. That's how market makers work. Now, we're looking at Bitcoin specifically, but there's another interesting time frame that's coming up literally mid-September. If you look at what's going on with Ethereum merge, everything that's going on, mid-September, this is the Ethereum price prediction. Mid-September, okay, we're going to see it. What's mid-September? Literally right here, okay? Time frames are all lining up. If you watch any of my other videos, here's another time frame lining up. Look, we break down, right? We top out here. Let's say hypothetically we do. Okay, let's just guess. Let's say hypothetically, boom, we break down, we come down here. Well, guess what this time frame is? What did I call? What I've been calling for literally months, almost 4 months now. What have I been calling? I said that once we get towards the end of the year, towards the end of the year, around here, towards the end of the year, we're going to see the bottom. How many times have I said this? I've said this so many different times. And I even drew this chart out here because the Bitcoin halving, typically 500 days before we see, okay, a bottom. Look, we're talking about October, November right here. I literally called this months ago. Months ago, I've been trying to tell you guys this truth, but there's just so many distractions out there holding you back from the truth. I'm trying to put you on game. And I know what they're going to say next. They're going to be like, oh, retail's going to come, holiday season, we're going to spend money, this, and that. Look, last time, October 2018, November 2018, towards the end of the year, boom, massive drop, okay? So again, time frames are lining up almost perfectly. Ethereum, you see the exact same pattern. Because Bitcoin moves the market, it has the most liquidity and infrastructure. So everything basically follows Bitcoin. It's just a little bit more exaggerated because Ethereum has less liquidity, and is susceptible for more manipulation. So you can clearly see, okay, that you're having the same run up, right? A, B, C, I'm looking for this liquidity level down here. I told you I'm not getting into any altcoin unless there's a 90% drop. 90% drops down here, guys. This is the green zone. It's like over here somewhere, okay? It's like sub $500. I'm looking at ETH as sub $500, okay? And it's even more exaggerated. As you can see, 2018 all-time high right here, they broke down significantly from the last all-time high, okay? So I do think we're gonna come down one more time, and towards the end of the year, October, November, December, whatever, towards the end of the year is the blanket statement I'll make. We're gonna get a comeback, and that's when I'm gonna start spot buying. But now is not the time to DCA and pray and close your eyes. DCA, oh, please just go up. Please go up. Don't fall. Don't fall down. Please go up. If we look at the total market capitalization of everything, same pattern, because it's all the same. Bitcoin runs the market. Again, we're looking at Elliott wave theory, A, B, C, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 5 at the bottom, okay? We look at Ethereum, 1, 2, 3, 4 short, 5 at the bottom. The official short call will be in Fundamental Secrets, okay? We look at BTC, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, drop is short, 5 at the bottom. This is the load up zone. Spot buy, you'll get full bullish Alex at the bottom here. Again, you'll get full bullish Alex over here, not over here, because I'm not an idiot. And my goal is to be as accurate as possible. And some other evidence I want to show you guys. Look, this quick chart. I want to pop this open here, and I'm going to explain it to you like a baby. Because this is essentially how it works. You know how everybody thinks like, you know, in every industry, it's like, oh, it's rigged against us, right? It's rigged against us. Well, newsflash, it is. Society is technically rigged against you, okay? If you look at pretty much every industry, every major anything, there's a top guy getting rich, okay? And he wants to stay at the top. And there's the bottom guy getting poor, and they're trying to do everything in their power to push the guy to the bottom. That's how all of it works, if you haven't understood this by now, right? And it's the same thing with narratives. And it's the same thing with the internet. You have the surface level narrative, which is all of the most popular influencers or the most popular articles or front page news or headline news, right? If it's the most viewed, the exact opposite is likely to occur in the near future. So the more views it has, the more popular it is, the surface level narrative, the more likely it is to get invalidated, because the person at the top wants to stay one step ahead. So if everybody at the bottom knows of this thing, it's like, hey, the move is going up, and everybody at the bottom thinks the move is going up, okay? Then they're at the top gonna flip the script and make it go down, right? They wanna be one step ahead. That's how they do it. They're market makers. So we have the top, right, which is surface level narrative. And then in the middle is like a whole bunch of confusion. They're kind of like where I was like a year ago. Okay, I'm gonna be clear with you guys after I learned all of these things. Where I was kind of confused, where I kind of like, you know, I was following people. I'm like, okay, I'm watching YouTubers and watching some articles, and I'm like, all right, you know, definitely it's probably bullish, probably bearish, because I'm kind of following a little bit of people. But then I started exiting. Then I started really thinking for myself. And maybe you're caught in this category. You've been in crypto for a year. You've been in crypto for 2 years, right? And you can't understand why you keep losing money or breaking even or making even a little bit. Like it blows my mind that you're in crypto and you've only tripled your money. Like there's so much opportunity out there. There's 20Xs, 30Xs. If you're in crypto and you didn't 30X your whole pile, like what are you doing, right? And it really blows my mind, because if you just look at Ethereum did like a 10X. So if you're making anything less than that, right, you're probably somewhere in the middle. You're on the confused side because you don't know who to follow. You don't know who to believe because you don't make your own decisions. You don't make your own decisions. You need to get out of the confusion zone and make your own decision, because all of these distractions are the thing that holds you back. It's not the greatest technical analysis. It's not the greatest fundamental analysis. It's not the greatest person that knows everything and he's been in the market for 25 years and he's a veteran in investing, so I'm going to listen to him. That's not what it is, because they have incentives to screw you over too. It's you. You must make your own decisions. I don't know how many times I got to tell you guys this. A lot of these YouTubers make, oh, it's not financial advice, a thing so that they can cover their own butt. So if they lose money, they don't look bad. But I'm telling you that you literally can't make money unless you make your own decisions. There's really no way that you could ever make money if you keep following me. I said it in my last video and it was a joke. If I don't wipe your ass, I do not trade for you. Okay? I don't trade for you. Okay? And the point is not to cover my butt and say not financial advice. The point is I'm actually trying to help you. If you continue to follow somebody else, they have ulterior motives. Dummy. They're going to keep wrecking you because that's their whole business model. That's what I'm trying to explain to everybody in the market. Make your own decisions for your own well-being, fam. Do it. Listen to me right now. Listen. Wake up. Wake up. What's wrong with you guys? It's pissing me off. I'm over here getting my dog all upset. Loki, no. Loki, stop. See, look, my dog's... Loki, stop. Look, what's that? Look, this is a perfect representation of the entire market, man. I say crazy stuff. That's what happens to everybody initially. They get mad at me. But it is what it is. If you come over here, let's look at the surface level narrative. What do you see? I typed in crypto news, and you're looking at Ethereum just pulled off its final test run ahead of the most important event ever. Ethereum, proof of stake. Ethereum, proof of stake is the greatest thing on planet Earth. It's not even bringing down transaction fees. Ethereum proof of stake is just decreasing security. That's what, in my head, it's increasing control, decreasing security, and making it cheaper for the miners. That's what it's doing in my personal perspective, okay? I don't see an increase of security. And the reason I say that is because the least manipulated coin is Bitcoin. And Bitcoin's at proof of work. And proof of work lasted longer than any other coin, okay? I'm just gonna be clear. I'm not a Bitcoin maximalist. I don't have a Bitcoin narrative. I don't own any Bitcoin. When I'm buying a dip, I'm not gonna buy Bitcoin, but I know the truth. And the truth is, okay, that proof of stake is probably inferior and it's less tested than Bitcoin proof of work. That's a fact. Bitcoin proof of work is more tested than Ethereum proof of stake. Okay. So this is not anything to be super excited about. Like the only people excited about this is what? Ethereum Foundation. Who the heck is excited? The only reason people are excited because they think they're going to make money. Look at your crypto friends. The only people that are excited about the Ethereum merge, you don't even understand none of you understand the Ethereum merge. You don't even get it. The only reason you're excited in the first place is because you think your bag's going to get pumped. That's why you're excited. That's why you're excited about the Ethereum merge. Not because you're think tech. I'm the guy that knows how to code. Oh yeah, Solidity developer. No, you're not. You're not a Solidity developer. You don't even know how they're improving Ethereum. The only reason you want the Ethereum merge to come out is because bag pumped. That's it. That's it. And you know what they call that? Buy the rumor, sell the news. Fam, they gon' snatch your liquidity. Yeah, take your liquid. The jacket got me feeling good. They're going to take your liquidity, fam. They're literally setting you up. Look at the surface level narrative. I typed in crypto news. This is not Ethereum news. I typed in crypto news. Ethereum's third final testnet. Ethereum merge on track. 3 times Ethereum price is on track. You guys tell me that's surface level narrative, my friend. Ethereum just pulled off its final test. And then look, we have BlackRock, fresh off of Coinbase, offers direct exposure to Bitcoin. It's ridiculous. They're setting us like, okay, I get it. I'm happy that BlackRock got into crypto. Finally, we got a massive institution, that's going to change the game. But what pisses me off is the announcement. The announcement part is the part that's like, they could have done this without announcing it, guys. I hope you understand that. Like they could have done this without announcing it, but the timing of the announcement is so important because they're trying to push up the market for this liquidity. They're trying to get this market up one time real quick. The narrative, they're controlling the narrative. It's the announcement that pisses me off. Not the BlackRock, I'm happy. BlackRock, cool. I know for a fact we're getting a next altcoin season. We're getting another altcoin season. For a fact, we're getting another super cycle. It's going to happen. I got my confirmation. Yeah, I really can't wait, to be honest with you. I had to edit this part in the video. Altcoin season's going to be absolutely crazy. When altcoin season comes back, I'm selling my wife, I'm selling my spleen, I'm selling my dog, I'm selling everything in my possession to buy as many freaking altcoins as I possibly can so I can get rich next cycle. It's going to happen. I can't wait. I'm going to leave it at here. You guys tell me, leave it in the comment section below. Are you bullish or are you bearish? I think it's pretty obvious. But if you don't get it, I mean, it's up to you. Whatever. Okay. If I don't wipe your butt, I don't make your trades. All right. I'm just going to tell you guys how I'm feeling. The trend is your friend. The trend is overall down. That means that I'm going to make more money off of shorts than I am going to make money off of buying spot. When we get down to the load up zone, the green grass, the green valley down here, that is when I'm going to enter the market with massive amounts of liquidity to buy the dip. If you like the quality of this content, hit like. If you don't, leave some constructive criticism. Subscribe for more video updates. And like I always say, if you don't get with it, you will get left behind. Love you guys. Catch you in the next video.